Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Black Book, and I believe I already did this encounter, but because I didn't go to a different location when I saved, I still have to redo this encounter. When last we left, I had gotten into hell after fighting our adoptive grandfather, father, whatever, old Igor, who turns out he killed our fiance in order to make us be a witch, because it's better for us that way, or something. And I was massively struck with the juxtaposition between this and Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And also, we are now going to be faced with a lot of old world interpretations of morality, such as the fact that people who picked berries on Sunday go to hell. So prepare. And we there is somebody listening in, and they may comment from time to time. So,
Hello.
yep.
In the deep, thorny pits, demons are drilling their kin. In vain, they try to march in lines that will soon fall apart with such howls that your head is filled with tormenting pain. One of the would-be generals notices you and decides to test the skill of his subordinates, ordering a full-on attack.
I'm trying to remember if I thought the vampire deck might be better against this encounter. And we'll try it. Oh yes, because they inflict waste. Okay. Ouch. Uh, Soap Aspen comes up a little bit soon because I could use a little bit more vampirism than I start with. Well, I'm
Hmm.
almost up to full now, though. I have an item that lets me start with vampirism 4, but it goes down by one every round, so.
Right.
Yes. Okay. This is so terrible. I'm pretty much just ignoring the shields because the way I do damage is it circumvents the shields.
Hmm.
Because what happens is I have a thing that when I take damage, then my enemies all take damage, and that effect circumvents doesn't. It's not an attack, so it isn't blockable. And vampirism is whenever your opponents take damage, you heal. So I do this thing with the sacrifice where I just damage myself several times. It's do Sure, sure. And the burning blood only happens once. Swipe means it goes away when you use it. It leaves your deck until the next.
Hmm.
But what it does is, when I take damage, I inflict waste on people, which means now they have a dot. This deck, there are some enemies that this deck really doesn't work well against, but for the most part, it's just very rude. Uh,
Chorts are scattering in fright, having learned the merit of your power. Some scream for mercy. Others flail their arms with a strange madness. Those soldiers that only watched the battle freeze in place. Each salute you in their own way. Some bow their monstrous heads or kneel. Others salute you with a shake of heavy horns.
okay, we did get some level up, so we're going to improve. I don't really do much with attack, but it's getting on the way to the eloquence, which eloquence is a good effect to learn. So some of the cards, let's see here. See where it says well versed? What that means is for every black card, this effect will go up by 1. And eloquence adds to that. So let's see. I can hear screams coming from that direction. Sounds like human souls being tortured. It was funny, the map
A
before
winding
this.
path leads
Sorry.
you to a huge grotto. Its walls and floor are dotted with pits, nooks, and crannies, all filled with cauldrons, boilers, and iron mechanisms where chorts are torturing souls of the screaming unfortunates. The terrible suffering of the sinners is so cruel that you involuntarily take several steps back. The familiar devil awaits. He bows and invites you for a little tour of his domain.
So the boss of the previous palace that you stop at, you have the choice to fight them or talk to or go through where they will investigate your past and see what kind of sins you have or whatever. And they were just terribly disgusted that my character had no sins.
Hmm.
Here you find every horror imaginable. Your guide relishes in the details of each torture while showing them to you. Here he adds some oil. There he turns the spit. And there he tightens the bolts on another of these disgusting mechanisms. He offers you to lend him a hand in this demonic art.
Hell is a place of eternal suffering. The sinners are doomed to suffer for all eternity by fire, tar, and in rare cases, water. They are beaten with red-hot rods, eaten by snakes and worms, hanged on hooks by their ribs or tongues. They are forced to lick red-hot pans and suffer from thirst, hunger, and molten sulfur dripping on their heads. The tortures in hell are paused on Annunciation, and from Easter to the Ascension Day. After Judgment Day, it is believed that the aforementioned punishments will be afflicted onto fiends and demons as well, and some of the sinners will receive their long-awaited deliverance. I'm going to prepare to fight. I am not going to let this pass. Okay, what are you doing? You're going to bless people. You're going to give a ward. Ward does absolutely nothing for you with the deck I'm running. You're going to attack me. Okay. I don't have Serpent Sting. So might want to save that. I have vampirism, but I don't have a way to cause my damage to damage them yet.
Mm.
Oh, kind of. Do there. It's not in my hand yet, but we'll do that because it'll trigger the blood. That we're not going to do this yet. I have one. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. I have to wait till I get some of the other pieces of this build up drawn. So I'm going to have to basically keep myself stabilized at the moment and then until, yeah. You're just going to keep adding Bless so that this guy does more and more damage. Yes, Serpent Sting. Hold that off. Still have Chur, so... Since I'm holding off on the breakbones because I don't really have... I could do the Burning Blood with it, but I want to save them till after I have Serpent Sting in play. Oh, I love you hit me for 24 and I dropped by 6. Ah... Yep, ward yourself all you want. That doesn't help you against either Waste or Serpent Sting. The Saltman is they're not mostly for healing, it's for getting rid of status effects, because that's the main thing it does. So, like, if I get hit with something I don't want to deal with. And I don't think they're going to survive. Yeah, well, they didn't get a chance to attack me.
The demons disperse, and you free some souls. They then start helping others. Prince Citri only makes a helpless gesture. He thinks that all these efforts are useless, since hell will catch these sinners sooner rather than later.
Yes, but it's not useless because it keeps me me. Okay. I am going to go... This is the snowball deck. Let's clear out some of this, though. And get it a little bit leaner. Yeah. We'll do a snowball deck. Some official houses stand here. Living in one of these is its own kind of hell.
Chorts have built hideous squat barracks along the path. Slender rows of these buildings stretch all the way to a horizon dotted by black chimneys that are belching, reeking smoke. Everything around here is lined with fences and strange, thorny threads. Devils drive sinners from one barrack to another, and their hellish dogs torment the lingering unfortunates, killing their victims again and again. A group of Chorts approaches you orderly, as though being a military squad. They are dressed in scraps of filthy uniforms and are marching awkwardly across the ground, drenched in the blood of hapless sinners.
Now, I've talked to these before, and they're going to start talking about the wonderful innovations of things called, like, death camps. So I'm just going to fight them. Okay. Do that. Do that. You're gonna hit me with waste. You're gonna hit me with waste. There we go. I haven't done this fight before, actually. Ooh, this might have been the wrong approach. Okay. Okay, I have some of that. Yeah, spikes. That's not great. I might want to put back in some of the piety. You're buffing people. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just lose this. Oh, rebirth. That's right. So this is fierce, which means every time I use it, the next time I use it adds use something of the same name increases the value it does by 3. This does the same for attacks. But it's not great because it's leaving me at a very low hit points. Oh, am I out of keep? I am out of keep. Should have done some sky high. So, Snowball is a lot slower than the vampire.
Mm.
Um, and there are some enemies that it just doesn't work on because they just completely ignore attacks, like they are ethereal or whatever, and vampire works against those. But there are some things that, but Snowball is just very effective as long as you can keep yourself stabilized for it to get stronger and stronger and stronger, because your defenses get stronger, your attacks get stronger, and it's fun just to see yourself build up in power. And I got rid of their buffer, so this is going to be... And keep means my shield doesn't vanish at the end of each round. When on the videos I did this that I lost a while back, I had a defense heavy deck that was based off using Judea, which is a card that turns all your does damage based on how much defense you have. And I got up to 5 digits in the defense, but the person I was fighting had a stat that the most they could take from any attack was 30. So I was just driving him down because I would obliterate his defense every time, but I would only do 30 damage to him. So I was slowly grinding him down. You don't have any blessing you. You don't have anybody giving you spikes anymore. And every time I do a thing, I just get stronger. It can be very fun. I love on the snowball where you just like you're you do it slow, but you're making further and further distance away from them, and it becomes more and more obvious that they can never catch up to you. And it's kind of fun to dominate like that. Like
Mm.
I'm actually all the way because my the regen stuff. I'm actually all the way up on my hit points now. Oh, I know what I usually have in here. I usually have like forever and ever so that apply curse to them so they don't do much damage. And when I finish this, which is going to be fairly soon, I'm going to switch videos. Oh, you've been healing. Yeah, the demons I noticed don't have a maximum hit points. If they get healing when they're at starting, they just go higher.
Mm.
So I haven't been touching him, so he's been getting higher and higher hit points. Not that that's helping him too much. Okay. Gesture means it doesn't count against the maximum number you can play. You can just play it.
Hmm.
Firm means it'll last another round. Okay. Avert evil means it blocks the next negative status effect that you get. The problem with that is if I have a stack of like 2 or 3 avert evil, the next status effect will obliterate all of it. I don't like the way that works, but means there's no reason to stack avert evil. Mm-hmm. Not that it matters, because you're not surviving the first one.
The Chorts scatter in terror, breaking the fences and walls of their gloomy barracks. Sinners are fleeing across the hellish desert. Your guide condescendingly shakes his head and gracefully invites you to continue your journey.
Okay. That's not what I want. Okay. No, I'm going to remove Nicholas the Merciful, but I am going to go... Do I want to do... Yeah, sure, we'll do a white style. Yeah. Forgotten Palace. I can see some ruins by the road.
You approach a magnificent palace with a facade decorated only by shards of broken glass. The screams fade and give way to a dry wind that is driving dust across the withered remains of its former glory. The despondent building is still and silent.
And it's 30 minutes, so I'm switching videos.